Alright guys, so we are on the free-to-play account on Raid Shadow Legends, and we pretty much have a squad set, right? So we need to take a look in what I'm gonna have to be working right now, because, so, as you guys know, level 47 right now, usually I would work in a certain way my account, but because the champions are already pulled, I'm gonna have to work in a different way. So let's talk about it. What's up guys, this is your boy Russian with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So I always give you guys opinions of where you should be actually focusing your account, depending on your level and everything, but there's a huge difference at times. A lot of times it has to do with what champions you have pulled, okay? Because usually by level 47, you don't have a full squad. You don't have the champions you need to actually advance on the game. But I do, okay? And that's something that's gonna change from player to player. A lot of times you may have champions that really work well in certain areas, but not have champions that work in different areas. All right, so let's take a quick look. Let's go really quick to Clan Boss. I do have a magic key because I just updated the game. So let's take this and let's give a quick look. If you're looking for a sign to get a fresh start in raids and become a part of my squad, this is it. Click my link in the description and get a free Karato as well as 3 more epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Player in Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email, launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champion. This is your chance to get Karato for free, as well as Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress your account in raid. So click on my link right now and claim them. So on the Demon Lord, I'm not going to run the whole thing. So as of right now, I can actually quick battle hard. Okay, now a couple of things just so you guys know. This is not the team that's gonna be staying on Demon Lord because a lot of redundancy, a lot of damage I'm not doing that I should be doing, and I believe I explained to you guys already on one of the last videos. So Senna made a huge difference, right? The most because she can speed boost just by activating healing. So it allows my team to do a lot more damage and a lot more damage quicker. So one of the things is, for example, Alice, her A2 has to be, for the most part, locked, okay? And it has to do with you're not really making that much damage on the A2, on the Demon Lord, so you do want only the A1 and perhaps the A3 on to be able to cause the most damage, okay? Also, as you guys know, the A1 can actually decrease the time of any buff on the enemy. What it means, every time the Demon Lord puts increased attack, the moment she attacks with the A1, she takes it down. All right, so enough about Alice. You guys know how she works. Discord is helping, pretty much like doing some ally defense, putting strengthen on the allies. And one of the biggest place I need to change, it has to do with Karato. Now, Karato is a great champion. You guys know you can get him from my link code. The problem is he's just a damage dealer in this case. He cannot lock the skills of the Demon Lord, so a lot of the things that are great on do not really apply on the Demon Lord. So he's someone that's gonna be changed. Now, my real choices for those changes, okay, it's Karato gonna be staying right now. The first change I'm gonna be doing, it has to do with Kael. So, and it's something you a lot of times gonna have to test, okay? And I will be putting Kael out and I'm gonna put Fayne on his spot. And a lot of times what you have to do is see if the damage output's better or not, okay? Do believe she does, and mostly because, if you guys know, Fayne comes back with not just her poisons, okay? But she also comes with the big version of decreased attack on her A2, and her A3 puts a decreased defense and weaken on the enemies, right? And she attacks 3 times, what it means she has multiple chances to put this on, what actually increases the damage I can do with my damage dealers, and on top of that, putting up poisons on the enemy. Okay, now as you guys see, she's not fully booked. I don't care so much about the A1, but definitely the A3 gonna be a big difference. So as I said, if I just run this team, because Fayne doesn't have any gear or anything, so she's not yet being able to do her job. So if I run in here, I should be able to one key this. There you go. One key on hard, and now today I can actually work on getting brutal. Now brutal, as of now, I need about 3 or 4 keys. Okay, so not my priority, but to be honest with you guys, even if I get, and I can pretty much get 2 keys on master chess, so 2 keys today, I get master chess, and that should be enough to give me a chance to get a couple of those shards. So that's one of the priorities I have right now. But then after changing Kael, who I actually plan to put on the place of Karato will probably be Discard. So as of right now, Discard, there is a chance I could always put Tagore. The difference is Discard, I already have gear, not the best gear for him, okay? It's what I have in storage when I geared him, but it also has to do with being able to do increased defense and increased attack for my champions, okay? His A3, pretty solid, plus he does have decreased attack as well. That's gonna pair really well with Fayne. Just gonna take a little bit of tweaking to make sure decreased attack is always on, and he also brings up a shield on himself, so it helps him to stay alive for longer. So that's my plans team, but the first priority of change gonna be Kael, and it's basically because he's still level 50, so he dies a lot easier. So for me to put a Fayne in there, it's pretty much gonna just keep her alive a little bit longer, even at level 50, and she just needs to be leveled up. She's already 5-star. She does need books, but also Kael doesn't have his masteries all the way, so it should be fine. I just gonna need to work on hers. Now, that's the other thing too. Now is actually the best time for me to be working on that as hard as I can, because as you guys see, I have 629 energy. I do also have a couple of event rewards for like multi-battles, so this is gonna help, and the most because RSL helper's down right now. So this one major thing for us. Also on our clan, and by the way, if you guys want to join, we still have spots. The name of the clan is Broken Not Dead. Okay, we're moving up pretty quick on the levels. It's a brand new clan, and we're already at level 4. The guys been putting a lot of work, probably even more than me, some of our guys. So clan shop right now, luckily we just opened energy, so I'm gonna be able to also get energy from the clan shop. So this is gonna be big game changer for me, because this week I'm gonna be able to pretty much like get 1,000 energy just from that. So as of today, working on CVC, we're going pretty hard, to be honest with you guys. As of right now, we have all 4. Still early, very early to be able to call, but we've been doing pretty good work. The guys who just woke up are putting a lot, and I'll be honest, like .vn, he's the guy who actually won my free-to-play account from last year. He's been putting a lot of work. Like, he barely started, but I know for a fact, end of clan versus clan, he's gonna be all the way on top. Also, shout out to all the other guys, the Darweezy, Niffler, myself. Still, look at that, still in the bottom. Shadow Terror, Mustang 650, and all the other guys, they put a pretty good work in the most clan versus clan. All right, hopefully by next one, ooh, new reward, great. Next one, hopefully we can start inching to tier 2, and then so on and so forth. All right, guys, so that's pretty much where we are right now. So as of right now, one of the biggest issues after I get my full squad on Demon Lord, it's gonna be working on 2 major things. And it's sometimes hard to know which one you should be working first, okay? Like I said, one of the things I always say, like level 47, sometimes you just YOLO your shards, but if you guys looking here, I'm saving that 1 sacred and my 14 ancients because I already have a team, okay? I may not have leveled off then, I may not have all the masteries, but I have a core team right now. What it means, I may be able, I'm not saying for sure, to actually make the next fusion, okay? Usually at level 47, on a free-to-play, you guys may not have that chance because you're still working on trying to get a team that works in most areas. You may be working on leveling your champions, and you know, when you have a 2x event, it's sometimes interesting to be able to go for it if, you know, making a fusion may be close to impossible. What, as of right now, it is a case. I cannot make a fusion as of right now. I mean, possibilities, sure, they're there. But if I'm able to work on my clan boss team and be able to get to at least Nightmare, even if I 4-key this thing, okay, I gonna be getting chances to get sacred shards, but to be honest, you do need sacreds to be able to complete fusions. I'm not saying it's impossible not to do it any other way. You can do with mystery shards. The problem is you will have to put way too many hours in the game to be able to do that. And this free to play, in the most with a lot of things, I graduate film school the end of this month. There's a lot going on. I don't have the time to spend all day in one account, and the most when I'm running 3 different accounts. Okay, so, and I know it's how people's lives are. Okay, you don't have all day to be able to play the game, so pretty much the moment I get to Nightmare, and I should be able to with the next week or so, I will be able to probably do the next fusion. That, my guess, like 1 to 2 weeks from now. And also epic skill tomes that I definitely need, and hopefully some legendaries as well. So next step in this account, and it's something I usually hold on to a lot of times. One of them is Doom Tower. I am kind of stuck on the Scarab King because while I have a core team, I do have the champions that can clear, okay? But they're not leveled up or not geared up. So it is to clear Scarab King. I have in the most on floor 20. I have cleared with Discard in the past, basically just by putting him in life steal gear. Not usually the gear I would use on him, but it works really well against Scarab King, okay? And the most because he has his own shield, so as long as he can resist some of the provokes, he should be fine. But to get to that, I gonna have to start after I get Discard to 5, 6 star, hopefully 6 star, be able to get the clan boss. That's gonna help also against Scarab King, but I gonna start working on gear. Now, what gear am I looking for? So I already have Alice on Savage gear. What is great for her, in the most because I do have a healer and I do have a reviver, right, on Senna. So get on Fire Knight and try to get some regen gear, maybe some stun gear for a little bit of control. Work a little bit to Inspire Dan. As you guys know, that's probably the most painful and the last one you should be working on, because even on, I would say, high enough levels that you shouldn't be able to get uncommon gear, you still get uncommon gear, okay? I feel Clarion should really get rid of uncommon on those dungeons. Maybe, I would say, maybe up to stage 7, but not past that. And also working on Dragon to get some speed gear, lifesteal, and I would say some stalwart gear. Stalwart gear would be good. I do have Senna on that, but it's not the best gear for her. Not nice enough stats, so I need to better the stats, so definitely Dragon, gonna be working on. The other dungeons, I'll be honest with you guys, only when it's required by the Arbiter missions. And next from that, and maybe almost like alongside that, it gonna be working on Minotaur. Right now, I can clear stage 15, and as you guys know, those are champions I've been using for the clan boss. So the only difference is I'm gonna be changing him for Discard. And almost because he already has his masteries, okay? So put Discard on. Actually, I'm sorry, my bad. Take Kael off. Take Kael off because Kael is not going to be using right now. I may actually take Sigmund because Sigmund already has his as well, and put Fayne on. So as of right now, I'm not sure I would be able to clear stage 15 yet with this team, but it will be my priority, okay? Again, remember, Karato already have mastery, so he's not going to be eating from them, but I need for those other 4 champions right now. Now, one of the things that is very hard, just to summarize a couple of things, is, for example, right now, if you guys look at the champions that have the boost, right, they're pretty good. You have Praiva, pretty decent champion. She's a healer, she increases speed, revives allies, and everything, but I have Senna, so I don't need her. I would say Nekmotor, great champion, would be really lucky to pull him. Same thing for late Kimi, same thing for Reservoir, and same thing for Aelstrid. So that's one of, in my opinion, that's one of the best 15, 20, 25x chance. The only thing is, you guys know, even on 25 times chance, still very low, the chance to pull those champions. But that's when you have to ask yourself, okay? That's what I've been telling you guys. I already have a squad, and a lot of my squad are legendary. So even if I pull one of those champions, it's gonna happen like, for example, Hellcat, that I'm not going to be working on him, not gonna book him. I may book him just for faction wars, but he's pretty much just sitting there right now. And he'll probably be sitting there for a couple of months. And the same thing goes for Nyanhi, one of the best champions in the game right now, because my focus cannot be on those champions. And that's a big mistake a lot of people do. They focus in 20 different champions, and most on free to play, and they don't have one full champion. When I say full champion, meaning you're not using that champion to the maximum of its ability, so you're just wasting your time and resources, okay? You could, now if I focus on those core champions right now, I may be able to be clearing even up to hard mode in some of the dungeons. If I don't focus on them and focus on all of them, I may get to stage 20 on normal, but not be able to pass that. So just keep in mind, guys, masteries are very important, gear is very important, and also book your champions, okay? So, this being said, that's where I'm gonna be working the account. CVC is on, we're gonna win, and like I said, you may not be able to join this CVC with us right now, but if you go to clans and search for Broken Not Dead, you can join our squad. Just send a request. Thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the game.